Hey guys, Mitchell Millennial here, back with another one of these little quick head-to-head looks at the Mi 10T Pro versus the Mi 10. I bought this phone for a buddy of mine. He's actually paying me to buy a phone and set it up for him. So you guys get to go ahead and look at some of my initial impressions. I've had a lot of questions about the screen of both of these devices. Which of these screens is better? Now, right now, I have both of these screens set to their maximum refresh rate and maximum brightness. And if the screen on this side looks a little bit brighter, it's because it is. The screen of the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro seems to be just a tad bit brighter and punchier than the screen on the normal Mi 10T. Now, we've got Gizmodo loaded up on both of these devices, and really right here is where you can kind of begin to see a bit of a difference. I mean, both of these devices, white balance is set up exactly the same from the factory, and this white balance has just a slightly better look. I don't know how else to explain it. Now, going through and scrolling through both of these, there's definitely no doubt that the Xiaomi Mi 10T at 144 Hertz, it is a difference. And I really want to comment and say that the difference between 60 and 144 Hertz is really noticeable. And even the difference here scrolling back and forth between 90 and 144 Hertz is also pretty big. Now, both of these devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. This device is running Xiaomi EU, but we shouldn't see a big difference really in regards to performance. We'll go ahead and load both of these up, and as you guys can see, both of them really comparable time. But I gotta say that the scrolling smoothness on the 144 Hertz display is noticeable. Now, one thing that you guys might want to check out is the difference between these displays with, let's say, a solid white background. So let's go ahead, solid. If you guys are enjoying this video, a subscribe would be massively appreciated. If you want to connect with me outside of YouTube, Twitter would be the best place, and links to all that stuff in the description down below. One of the areas that you definitely can see a difference between these two devices is when we have a solid white background. And it's something, I don't know if you guys can see it, but right up here at the top, there is some discoloration around the hole punch camera. We definitely do not have that on the Mi 10 because it's an AMOLED display. Another thing to note is the curved edges. Now, the whole bezel around this device, it just makes it look and feel like a little bit less premium. I'll go ahead and I'll get you guys some B-roll with both of these devices in good lighting, but the chin on the Mi 10 is definitely noticeable, whereas the chin of the Mi 10T is noticeable, whereas the Mi 10 has no chin. The bezels, that's another place that really the thickness of the bezels on this device, let's see if I can get you guys a good shot of it. The bezels on this device, while nice, the bezels and chin definitely, they compromise the way it feels, and there's really no way to get around that. And it compromises the way it looks too, is really one of the better ways for me to put it, because it's not a huge deal, but it is it's definitely noticeable. Let's go ahead and show you guys the clock application. Now this is the dark blacks, and this is where we're going to see a difference. The Mi 10 on my left-hand side here, it's just black. The screen is off. The blacks on this display, we do have the display up to 100% brightness, but you can really see that it is a true LCD panel. Now around the edges here, let's see if we can turn this up a little bit. Now around the edges here, there isn't much in the way of bleed at all, but it's again, just not even close to as black as it is on the Mi 10. Overall, the display of this device is really nice, and it's good for watching content. We can load up a YouTube video here. Guys, I mean, for a full screen display like this display looks good. There's no way to get around it. The colors on it look pretty good, even though my videos might look bad. But I have to keep on coming back to this chin on the bottom and just the way this looks around the hole punch. There's no way to get around it. It does make it feel a little bit less premium. What does that mean? Well, if the screen isn't that big of a deal to you, I would say that the screen of the Xiaomi Mi 10T, it's not a reason to not buy the device. If you're okay with LCD displays, it's a perfectly acceptable display, but it goes without saying that this device still feels more premium and just kind of better in the hands. Let's see if we can get a close-up for you guys of the light bleed around it. It's really difficult to see, but it's definitely there. The side-mounted fingerprint scanner, I think, is an excellent addition to it. The side-mounted fingerprint scanner feels really, really nice, and the location of it is really, really intuitive. The fact of the matter is that the on-display fingerprint scanner is the slightly newer tech. Would I miss it as part of like the screen experience, having my fingerprint there? Probably not. And the fingerprint scanner under the display is not a reason to specifically go out and buy this device. But this device feels like a almost flagship device. This device feels like a 95% flagship device, whereas this device, build quality, everything, screen ratio feels a little bit nicer. And that's it. This video's over. Go ahead and click or tap this video right here. Maybe I'm reviewing headphones or Gcam. Go ahead and click on this video right here. Maybe I'm talking about the newest Xiaomi device. And as always, subscribe. I'll just wait for you guys to click on one of these. Still here.